Hey friends, it's Renee. So I thought today we would do something different and we are going to do a story time. So most of you know me, I'm an NCO in the military. I've been in the Army for 7 years, but let's go back to when I was a specialist. I was a junior enlisted. I was a subordinate. Today I want to talk to you about a time that I felt defeated and I felt like my leadership did not take care of me at all. Let's talk about how we resolved it, what actually came out of it, and let's talk about how I use this experience to train, mentor, and lead my soldiers. So if you're interested in the time that I felt defeated and felt like my leadership did not take care of me and how I use that today to lead my soldiers, and then just keep watching. Okay, so on my channel I have talked about this experience before. It was just a straight story time, and it was the story time of the time that I failed a PT test. I will link it up in the cards for you. You can go over there if you want to see the full rundown of what happened. But essentially, I was away. I was in paramedic class. I was in E4. I've been in the Army for maybe 2 years, maybe something like that. And I was doing a grueling schedule, working 12-hour shifts on a truck, getting maybe a few hours of sleep, going to didactic portion or sit down classes, and then doing it over and over and over. It was 9 months of really struggle. 9 months, I come back to my unit, and like the next week, they're like, oh, you have a PT test. And I'm like, what? I'm not ready. When I tell you I'm not ready, I'm telling you that I am not ready. Like, I've been gone for almost a year. I've been doing this crazy schedule. There really hasn't been time for the physical activity. And yes, personal accountability. I get it now. I understand it now. But back then I was like, man, like this is just not right. And honestly, we'll get there, but it should have been handled a different way. So my supervisor, he was a new E6. I've been his only soldier ever. And he was just like, well, this is what they said, so this is what you have to do. And I took the PT test and I failed. Yep. I took the PT test and I failed. Now, let me tell you, in the Army, if you fail 2 as an enlisted soldier back to back, you will be put out. Like, that's just how it's going to work. You getting chaptered. You just, it's not going to happen. So it's very stressful. That's your money. I was a single parent. That's how I took care of my kids. So I was super duper stressed. Now, fast forward 5 years later, I'm still in the military. So I did pass my PT test, and that is how we got to the resolve. So I actually talked to my NCO and I said, hey, so I feel like I wasn't taken care of. I've been away for a set amount of time. Yes, it's on me to do the right thing, but anytime a soldier is gone for an extended period of time, their leadership has to diagnose where they're at. They have to set a baseline. I should have been given a diagnostic PT test when I returned to the unit. That should have been protocol. My supervisor agreed, everyone agreed, but that's not what had happened. Because they stamped record on there, we had to accept that I failed the PT test. So in talking to my leadership, we realized that's what should have happened, but how did we fix where we were? We couldn't go back in time. So what he actually did, he actually stayed after work every day and we worked out. First of all, I failed by two sit-ups, y'all. It wasn't like a crazy fail. It was like 2 sit-ups and I just gave up, right? So we stayed after work, and we all worked out together. Everyone in my team, they would do shifts. We would run together. We would do push-ups, sit-ups, all the drills, everything to just condition of the team actually came together. Everyone was eating right and drinking water and working out and getting better because they all were trying to motivate me, but in the end, they ended up motivating themselves. So fast forward 1 month, maybe it was 2, and I passed my PT test. I got from being flagged, and I was a great soldier again. I mean, you're not a bad soldier if you fail. It's just things happen. But I met the needs of the Army again. So how do I take this experience and lead my soldiers, my pack, my crew, my team? Let me tell you. So first of all, I establish trust with my soldiers. So I have to let my soldiers know any leader has to let their team know that it's not just about the mission. I care about you as a person. I care about you as specialist, private, whomever. I care about you as a person, and that establishes trust. I go to bat for my soldiers. I, let people know that this is my team and we are a team. Even though I do make sure that there's that respect there, but I try my best to establish that trust from day one with my soldiers. They can see how I interact with them, how I interact with other people, how I even help and assist other soldiers who may not have the same type of leadership that they have, and they in turn, know and trust me. So the second thing that I do after I establish this is counsel my soldiers. Now, a lot of people think that counseling sessions are terrible, but they're not. They're actually a way to get to know your soldier on a better, more focused level. Because I've established that trust, my soldiers feel comfortable telling me where their weaknesses are, allowing me to help them come up with an action plan to get them where they want to be. Understand that it's a team effort, it's not just an individual effort. It allows me to know their goals, their dreams, and help them make that action plan to get there. Let them know that I support where you want to go in your career, personally, financially. Let's together get you there. So that's what counseling does for me. It allows that platform of trust to be strengthened, widened, and actually get them to where their goals are. It's one thing to know where you want to go in your military career or your career in general or your life in general, but for someone to say, okay, you want to do this, let's figure out a plan to get you there. If I didn't counsel my soldiers, I wouldn't know that they wanted to do all these different wonderful things in the military or outside of the military, because we wouldn't talk about that type of stuff, right? In general conversation or working during a mission, I wouldn't know that focused information about my soldiers. So counseling allows that one-on-one time with me and with them, helps us figure out where they want to go and helps get them there. And then the last tip I have for leading my soldiers on how I take my previous experiences and help fine-tune my leadership style is I am an absolute whole picture type of person. I see something happen, I get to a situation, and I try to give it a 360 view. Is that it? 365, 360. Y'all know, I try to look at the whole picture and figure out how different scenarios are going to take place. I actually run through in my mind, okay, if we do option one, that this could be the option or this could be the outcome. If we do option two, this could be the outcome. Okay, I think I like that outcome a little bit better, might help the soldier a little bit better, and then we go from there. So even with disciplinary actions or situations that are just not right and you have to react in order to keep the peace and keep the morale and all of that, I still look at the entire picture, play out different scenarios in my head, and then I go with the reaction that would be the best outcome for everyone. I really try to communicate with my soldiers and let them see that I'm a person. Yes, I'm your NCO. Yes, I'm your sergeant. I'm your superior. I'm your boss. Got it. But at the end of the day, I'm a person. And that is one of the main things that I do. The biggest thing that helps me break through and actually establish a solid team is letting them know that I am a person and letting them see that personal side. So, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different, but I know that a lot of you have met me as Sergeant James, right? NCO and how to be great in the military, but I used to be a private. I started as a private PV2. Yeah, two. Our little baby. Okay, so it hasn't always been that way. I have had good and bad experiences. Everything is not, beautiful, bright under the sun. What is it? It's something like that. Anyway, everything ain't always been roses in the military, but I choose to be happy about my career. I choose to take bad experiences and put them in my pocket and figure out how I cannot be that type of leader. Now, my leader was great. He's phenomenal NCO. It was just a growing pain. I was his first soldier, and he learned the same way that I learned in that situation, but he's a great NCO. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video and or vlog, because you're going to go right down and you're going to like, you're going to subscribe, and you're going to join my internet community. But until the next video and or vlog, I'll see y'all later. Bye.